Hello, this is Jayska from Dominant Sticks YouTube channel. And as you can tell, well, I'm taking out a bag of trash. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know what you can see because the sun's out. But everything's melted off out here. This is what our weather's like. Everything's melted off from the snow, pretty much. And, yeah, I'm just going to take out a bag of trash. So, everything's nice and pretty. The snow's melted off. I'm in my nightgown and I'm taking out a bag of trash. You can see me. The garbage man actually, if today's Monday, I think today is Monday. Can't keep up with the days whenever they go without having school so long and all the weather conditions. It's hard for me to keep up with what day we are and where I don't work and don't have any appointments scheduled or nothing. I hardly ever schedule appointments and stuff in the winter time of the year because of the weather, because you never know what the weather's going to be. But yeah, I think that today is Monday, and so the garbage men ran today, and so that's why we don't have, see how bad my septic is there. The mail's not ran yet. There's my mailbox. But anyways, sorry guys, I had to spit. I just did a brushing my teeth video with you all, and so I just got done brushing my teeth pretty much. And I spit a lot. Have a lot of slobbering. But anyways, it's really nice out here. Really nice, and this is just the right temperature if you ask me. Not too cold, not too hot. And it's really sunny and pretty. And all this snow's melted off. But I think we're supposed to get more snow around the first week of March. I think we're supposed to get more cold weather and another one of those. It's real muddy, as you can tell. One of those polar vortexes or whatever. I think we're supposed to get one of those around the first week or so in March. Let's look at the thermometer to see what the temperature says. It is, I can't see because of the sun, but that's a good thing. We're almost at the 60s. We're in between the 60s and the 50 on the Fahrenheit side. So, yeah, this is my kind of weather right here. This is not cold at all to me. Not too hot, not too cold. This is the right weather. I love this type of weather right here. Now, I don't like it because here in Kentucky, whenever it starts getting warm, even in the 80s sometimes, where we have such a high humidity level, it gets where you can't breathe, like walking outside and stuff. So right here, this is the right temperature and stuff for me. I never knew what Celsius was because here in America, I wasn't taught that, and I didn't learn that in school back a long time ago, back when I was in school. Excuse me. But, I seen something the other day online where they was talking about in the different countries, like how tourists act and stuff, when they're traveling, like, let's just say Italy or Rome or something. I can't remember which one it was for sure. But they said it was 20 degrees Celsius outside. And they was talking about how, you know, the difference between a tourist in your country compared to a regular citizen. Because the regular citizens were still dressed like in all bundled up winter clothing. And here tourists was out in like shorts and t-shirts. That would be me in that kind of temperature. Because if you can see, 20 degrees Celsius would be 70 degrees in Fahrenheit. So yeah, I would be in like sunnier type clothing too, or whatever. But they say that people in other countries, they don't dress for the weather, they dress for the season. So I guess whatever season that they're in is how they dress, if that makes sense. But anyways, that's a little weather update video, a little tour out here in the yard. It's muddy and stuff, but whatever, it's getting sunnier. I just hate that the winter weather might not be over. I can't stand the winter weather anymore. I've had enough of it. Don't like the cold and stuff as much as I used to when I was a child and younger, in the snow and stuff. Here's my little fairy garden thing I made years ago. I got a lot of this sea glass here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Sea glass. Got a lot of that from Bimini whenever I went to the Bahamas back in 2022. Then I got this other like glass stuff right here to look like the ocean. I got that from the Dollar Tree. A lot of that stuff came from the Dollar Tree. Or a lot of that stuff was just old toys and stuff that both of my daughters used to play with or have. But yeah, it's a very, very nice day. There's some chickens that belong to my dad. They go all over the place. I hear bees. I hear a bee behind me. There it is. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. This is where my laundry from my wash machine drains out into the pond right there in that pipe. There's the chickens. That's my uncle's house right there. It used to be my grandpa's house, my dad's dad. But this is what it looks like when it's sunny and stuff outside here, y'all. I see some little flowers over here in the flower bed that is starting to come up. I think these are the yellow ones. I forgot the name of them. I think they're called dalili or dahlias or something, or dahlilies or something. I'm not really sure the name of them. Let me get out of the shadow so you can see what I'm talking about. But those right there, they're starting to come up. They're always the first or second ones to come up in the spring. Well, I think the first ones to come up are actually called crocus flowers, but I'm not sure. I used to have some, but I might not have none no more. They might not have made it. I transplanted them over the years, and honestly, I don't remember where I transplanted them at. That one's got a little bulb over there coming up. I don't know if you can see it or not. This one here has a little bulb on it. But I don't remember where I transplanted it to. I know I transplanted it in that little flower bed, or what I'm calling a flower bed anyways. But it used to be over here on this ditch line here. There used to be flowers planted right in through here somewhere. But I don't know. I think I transplanted those. And so they're not there no more. We pick up this piece of trash. I don't like to have trash in the yard. But starting to see a little bit of spring. And I definitely like the warmer weather. This right here is perfect temperature, perfect weather to me, if you ask me. But I see the water has rinsed off that where I spray painted that last year on that chair. Paint colors. It's been spray painted a couple of times. I probably want to spray paint it again, but whatever. But yeah, here's some little flowers. You can see starting to bud out or come out of the ground. I don't know what all's in there. There's a lot of weeds in that right there too. It's not just flowers, but I transplanted over the years a lot of hostas and stuff too. There's the sun. I'm glad to see the sun, and the sun's out. Let me pick up this trash too. Someone's put some trash out in the yard. Some candy wrappers. And definitely happy and glad to see those temperatures rising, even if it's just for a few days, a short amount of time. Definitely glad to see that. But to me, that's the perfect temperature right through there. It's almost at the 60s. Almost at the 60s mark. I don't know if you can see it or not. But yeah, that's definitely good news. But I did hear like the weather person that I watch Ron Hall you all on YouTube for the weather mostly. And he said the first week or so in March, this is how bad my septic looks. We're supposed to get another polar blast and then it'll be cold again, and we might even get some more snow. I think like 3 inches or so maybe. So that's not good. My child, the only child I have right now, that's my daughter, my youngest daughter, that's in school. She's a freshman in high school. But anyways, she hasn't been back to school since the flooding started, then the snow, and the snow before that. So I would say in general, which she misses a lot of school too, I'm not going to lie. She misses a ton of school and stuff. I have to drive her back and forth to school. I have to drive her to school in the mornings, and that's 10 minutes away because it's at Weisberg where her high school's at. And I have to go pick her up in the afternoons. So, anyways, and she's a teenager, and she's like a girly girl. So she misses a lot of school just by her not being on time. I mean, she just she takes a lot of time to do her makeup and to do her hair and find something to wear, and she won't never do none of that stuff either the night before, like pick out her outfit or nothing. She's spoiled like most children are nowadays. She is spoiled, but I have no rights to talk. I used to be a spoiled child too, and most children are nowadays. Most children are spoiled, whether you're poor or you're rich. Most children are spoiled and stuff nowadays. But she misses a lot of school because of that, and just her wanting to sleep in and not go to school. And throughout 2019 and 2020, that 2020 stuff, when all that stuff happened, you know, that stuff. Anyways, she used to love school before that. And then whenever that happened, that threw everything all over the place. Trees are looking beautiful, starting to bud out. But anyways, it threw everything out of whack when all that stuff happened, because she started hating school. And then whenever she started going through puberty and stuff, and started getting interested in boys, and boys started getting interested in her, there was some incidents that happened with her and her friends that she used to be friends with, getting jealous over boys. And so she started getting bullied over being pretty much. And her little group of friends that she used to be friends with started threatening her and bullying her and stuff. And so her 8th grade year especially, she didn't want to go to school. And she missed a lot of school. And so I took her out one semester last year in the spring and just homeschooled her or whatever. But now she's a freshman, and she's been broke up with and had another boyfriend since then. But thankfully, it hasn't been as bad as it used to be about the bullying and stuff. But she just don't have no one to hang out with and stuff at school pretty much because she don't have classes with nobody that she's friends with, and she don't eat lunch with nobody that she's friends with because she has a different lunch time than they do. And so I'm sure that's a lot of it. And then it's just her, to be honest. She's not an early bird person. She doesn't like to get up early and stuff for school. So she misses a lot of school she sleeps in, and I can't whoop on her or nothing like that. I'd get in trouble for that, and I've been in trouble too many times before for spanking my children, and they're too big to spank now, and I can't ground them. I can't do nothing with them or nothing. So, and I don't want social workers back on me, but who knows? It's liable to happen with as much school she misses, and I've already got letters, to be honest, and stuff from her missing school. So who knows? This county is very corrupted and stuff, and there ain't no allegedly to it, but it is very corrupted. Very, 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 very corrupted place to live. A lot of people who come in here, like for instance, back in 2022 during that flood, a lot of people who came in here to like volunteer, help out, or give supplies or whatever to places in the community. I think that people who come in here, that they romanticize, like we do too, or I guess all human beings do at some point in time in their lives. They kind of come in here and romanticize about living in a place like this that's rural or whatever, but I don't think it's really all that, which that could be because I'm like a black sheep, and I've always been a black sheep of my family, and I've always felt like living here my 43 years of my life now. Whenever I got old enough to be aware of things, I never did belong. I never did fit in. I never was comfortable, and I'm still not. And for instance, for me, I've always felt like ever since I became a teenager and a young adult, whenever I was dating my ex and stuff, because his family was from Pike County, Kentucky, and they live over on Elkhorn Creek in Kentucky, around the Shelby Gap area. But I always felt more at ease, like the anxiety part. It still does to this day, even with me being divorced and stuff from him or whatever. And it doesn't mean that I want to be with him or nothing. But anyways, I just feel more at ease as soon as I cross under that little tunnel, that little tiny tunnel there, as you're going towards Jenkins on from Weisberg or whatever, up on the hill, like before you would go down in Jenkins. I start getting not anxiety. It's like my anxiety clears up as soon as I pass under through that little Jenkins, what I call the Jenkins line there, that little tunnel thing, as you're going towards the downtown, down the hill towards Jenkins. I don't know what it is, but I still feel like that even to this day. But it feels like I can't breathe, and I just have so much anxiety and stuff. Like I'm always on edge, even like living here, like even like doing this video and stuff, walking in my yard, what's supposed to be my yard and stuff. It's just I feel like so much, I'm paranoid, and I have to feel like that, and I feel like so much like I'm on an edge, and I don't know. It's just like I don't get no peace or nothing around here where I live at or nothing. But I think a lot of people back then in July of 2022, whenever they came in here and stuff, and I talked to some people and stuff, and they was like, "Oh, y'all live in such a beautiful place." Yeah, it is a beautiful place. I'm not going to say it's not. But I've seen out west too before when I was younger. And I know that, me personally, I think out west, even though I never could live out there, it'd be nice to like go back out there for vacations and stuff. But I think out west is more beautiful than the Appalachian Mountains or Appalachian Mountains or whatever you want to call them here in eastern Kentucky or whatever. But or the eastern side of the United States. But anyways, I know that like this one guy I was talking to, he brought in a lot of supplies and helped out a lot of people. He was a younger guy and stuff back in July of 2022 when that one flood happened that I've lived through or whatever. Anyways, he said that he would love to like find a place to live out here in eastern Kentucky in Letcher County or whatever. And I just think a lot of people romanticize about living here in the mountains in rural places like this. And I don't think I guess there's a difference too if you've always lived here all your life and if you're coming from someplace like trying to start anew, kind of like me. I know it's not realistic for me to like move to another state or out west or even to another state or whatever that borders Kentucky. I know I'm going to have to live the rest of my life in Kentucky, but I still have hopes or dreams, or I kind of fantasize or want to wish and pray about wanting to be able, and I hope that comes to pass. I hope, and I speak it into my life, I hope that I'm able to get a place sometime that I can call home, because I don't call this house a home. This is a house or whatever. And then the house that I grew up in, I don't call that a home either. That's a house too. Actually, I call my house that I live in now hell. But anyways, that's a different story. There's a plane flying. But and I'm sorry I'm so out of breath, y'all. I'm just big. I'm out of shape, and I'm just fat, and I'm just big, and I need to start walking and moving around more and get healthy. But that's a different story, I guess you could say. But anyways, I kind of fantasize or whatever, dream about hopefully someday either the Creator will bless me and make a miracle happen for me, and I keep praying about it. And those of y'all who pray, I appreciate your prayers too. But anyways, or I just, I hope my YouTube channel starts taking off or something, so I can provide for me and my girls, and we can move and stuff, because this is not where I want to live. This is not where I want to be, and I don't think it's where either one of them want to be either, or live, or whatever. But so I hope to at least someday be able to afford some place either at Jenkins or Pike County on the Letcher County, Pike County line. Somewhere in between there, I think would be good for me and my girls and our lifestyles. But because I know it's not realistic now that I'm older, I know it's not realistic for me to want to move out of state or out west or nothing like that. If I had wanted to do things like that, which obviously I didn't think things through because I was still a child, even though I was a teenager or a young adult or whatever. But if you want to do things like that, a person wants to do stuff like that, they should do things like that before they have children, because once you have children, more than likely, unfortunately, wherever you have your children at is either the county that you're going to be living at or around the facilities of that county is where you're going to be living at, or like that. Like I live in eastern Kentucky, so I know I'm stuck in eastern Kentucky, in other words. Or another thing about having children and stuff like that is, as soon as you have children, they're going to get older, like we all do, and you want them to live and stuff. But they're going to be having to go to wherever you have them at. That's where they're going to have to go to, like preschool, daycare, if they have daycares or whatever. I don't really think there is too many daycares in Letcher County anymore that's even up and running. Maybe like one or two, maybe. I don't know. Since the whole 2020 stuff, I think a lot of those things shut down. But and they were even shutting down, to be honest, around here in these rural places before the whole 2020 stuff or whatever. Because realistically, like here in rural places in general, especially here in eastern Kentucky, it doesn't matter which county you go to or whatever, but we're kind of like 20 years behind everybody else or the rest of the world when it comes to stuff. And yeah, there could be a lot of good to that. There's good and bad to everything or whatever. But in other words, when you have children and stuff, your children are going to be going to whatever's closest to them wherever you live at. They're going to be going to, unless if you have all kinds of endless finances or your pockets are full or whatever, but they're going to be going to whatever school and daycare, Head Start, preschool, whatever is closest to them. So, like me, where I didn't have a good experience with school, and I didn't have a good childhood experiences with schools and stuff like that. More than likely, your children's going to be kind of similar to how you are or what you went through. And my daughter's mostly was, especially my oldest daughter. Actually, my oldest daughter went through worse than what I ever did, or even worse than what I ever seen of anyone being bullied before. My oldest daughter had a horrible, 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 horrible childhood experiences with the school and grade school and high school and middle school. All of them was horrible for her, and she was bullied worse than even whenever I went to school. And the worst person my age that ever got bullied, my daughter. And I went down to the school several times, but it's just like the saying goes, history repeats itself, and people do not change very much at all. They might put on shows or whatever for a while. They might change for a time period, but more than likely, most people do not change from what I've witnessed. They do not change. And so, a lot of the teachers and stuff like I had in high school was the same teachers that both of my daughters, even to this day, they're still teaching and they still have them and stuff. Same thing with the principals, the whole people who runs like the county, whatever county you're in, school system, districts and stuff. And so more than likely, that's a really bad factor, especially if you have children and stuff. And then, like, if you were like me, lower income, and you've been like that all your adult life, like I have, and you couldn't provide things like for your children to do extra school activities like sports or stuff, or heck, I couldn't even provide my own transportation or nothing. And so, more than likely, I don't know what that is, must be a rubber band. Kind of looked like a snake there for a second, or a worm, but it's a rubber band hair tie. But anyways, more than likely you're not going to be able to provide that for your children to do, even if they want to do it. And if you don't have someone who's willing to just help you out, like grandparents or whatever, for your children, that has ties to your children's, without you having to ask or beg or plead or pay them back or whatever, then more than likely it's going to be the same experiences for your children. And so I never did have that experience for my children or nothing. So, and I know my youngest one, she would have loved to play sports and been in all the activities, coming and going and stuff like that. But financially, I've never been able to do that for her and provide for her. And especially nowadays, even though she's a freshman in high school, and like I've always said, ever since I've had children and stuff, I'm just grateful and thankful for every year that passes and they get out of school. That's what I look forward to, is just my girls getting out of the school system completely. And I know that might be sound bad or whatever. A lot of people might think of that as bad or whatever, but it's just been my life and my experiences and stuff, and my daughter's experiences too. And it's just not been that great of a place and experiences. And I'm sure my daughters feel the same way and stuff. This is not where they want to live at. This is not what they call home. They don't consider this no home for them either. This is not where they want to live at. And they've not had good experiences of dealing with for the most part, especially my oldest daughter, of living around here, dealing with the school systems and stuff that's near us and stuff. Now my youngest daughter, I think that's the only thing she likes about school now, to be honest. Whenever she does go, is she just likes to socialize, meet people, and she likes to experience, like, when they have school dances and stuff. And she would like to have, like, a boyfriend or whatever, but other and have friends or whatever. But as far as the academic part, she's not interested in that. And the sports part, like I said, she would do it if I could afford it, but I can't afford it. And like I was saying, nowadays, especially with it, as bad as the economy's been, and it is, and what little finances that I live on throughout the month or whatever, we can barely, we're just existing. We're not even surviving at this point in this economy. We're just existing and barely getting by, living day by day, because we don't have no money for nothing right now, unfortunately. So it is what it is. But that's one reason why I made a YouTube channel. I'm hoping that one way or another it'll start taking off, and I'm not going to give up on it either way. So it is what it is. But my oldest daughter, she's 20 years old. She's getting ready to turn 21 next month. And she's not going to college or nothing. She stays at home all the time. She's got a lot of disabilities and stuff too, though. But she doesn't receive, like, a disability check or nothing like that. We've been trying to get her one, or get her one back, because she did receive one when she was a young child. But they keep denying her and stuff. Or they keep on asking for more paperwork, or I don't know, different things. And I've had to fight them before to get her check back when she was younger, and I did it, but then she lost it again back in December of 2022, and so I've been fighting them ever since, trying to get it back for her ever since, but they haven't gave it back to her. So who knows? And things isn't as easy as it used to be about getting stuff like that, any kind of help for the people who actually aren't able to work or need it and stuff. And it seemed like it went to a point in time there about 10 or 15 years ago, maybe, where around here anyways, all the ruggies or ex-ruggies was getting checks and assistance right and left handed to them, and they would just have to go to therapy or whatever and get their boxings or whatever, and that's all they'd have to do. But because big pharma was involved, that's where all the money is. But anyways, I think they're starting, I could be wrong, but I do think that they're starting to cut down on that too again. The government is, but I could be wrong. But anyways, so I will say allegedly, just to save my butt. But anyways, it just don't seem like things is easy about going and getting for people who actually need it or deserve it, in my opinion, and stuff, on stuff like that. And I don't know, this government is all messed up, and it has been for a long time, several decades. It's been messed up, even probably before my time period, and I'm 43 years old. So I'd say it's been messed up for a long time. Things have been happening and not going the way that they should be going, or happening the way that they should be, or whatever. But it is what it is. All we can do as human beings that have souls is pray about everything. That's the best answer to everything while we're alive. I know sometimes personally it's hard to do, sit and focus in prayer and stuff, but that in general, that's the best answer. That's the only answer, is to pray about everything while you're alive and just talk to the Lord. It's the best answer and solution to everything in life. But I don't know where I was going with this. I've lost track and I go all over the place whenever I talk and stuff. But anyways, I guess I'll get off of here. As you can see, the weather is very, very nice. But like I said, I think we're supposed to get more bad weather on the first week of March. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm tired of the snow. I'm tired of the ice. I'm tired of the mud. But I know spring usually brings, most of the time, I've never seen a spring that didn't. But it brings in a lot of rain and stuff, and rainstorms, big storms and stuff in the springtime. So there might be more flooding, who knows. But I will get off of here. Let's look at the thermometer one more time before I get off of here. See if it's raised up any. It's about the same, I guess. About the same. Almost at 60. But yeah, it's a beautiful day out here. And I'm thankful and grateful that me and my daughters are safe, protected, and alive. And all our blessings. And I'm thankful and grateful for all of you all who help support me and my daughters and stuff by watching my videos. And I'm really trying. Hopefully I'll get it done this year, because if not, the way YouTube works, what I found out is they make you restart your watch time hours every year if you don't have it in within that year. So hopefully I'll get my watch time hours in this year and stuff before the year's out and over with. And also hopefully there's all kinds of people going on dirt bikes and side by sides by my house. This road is known for, because it's connected to the mountains and Blair Branch and stuff, it's known for a lot of people who like to get out on there. If you have them, I don't have anything, but if you have like side by sides or dirt bikes and stuff like that, people travel this road a lot. When it starts to warm up, you start seeing a lot of traffic on this road, whereas before you won't hardly see no traffic at all. But as soon as it starts warming up, you'll start seeing a lot of traffic. But anyways, back to YouTube, and I'll finish this out. I think the way that YouTube works, from what I've figured out, is if you don't have your watch time hours in before that year is over with, your channel automatically restarts itself on the watch time hours. And I think every YouTube creator, before you get monetized, you have to have 4,000 watch time hours on your your videos before that year's up. But you don't have, you also have to have at least 1,000 subscribers to your channel before that year's out to be monetized too. And if you don't have either or neither one, you have to have both of them. But if you don't have both of them, at the end of that year, automatically your YouTube channel restarts itself, and you have to start over as far as like the amount of hours that people watch you and also your subscribers. So, I mean, in other words, it just restarts itself. You still have your subscribers, the people who subscribe to you, but if you don't have 1,000, you won't be monetized. And then if you don't have the 4,000, and that's a lot, it's a lot more than I thought it would be, and it's a lot harder than I thought it would be too, to be honest. It's extremely hard, it seems like, for me for some reason, and I really didn't think it would be this hard, to be honest. But because I've only got like maybe 100 watch time hours. I've gotten over 10,000 views on my videos. I reached that YouTube goal, but I only have like 100 watch time hours, and I need 4,000 of them. So I have a long ways to go, and I'm pretty much putting everything I got into it when I can, and I'll continue to do so, but it's a lot more struggling, hard, and difficult than I thought it would be. And it's also kind of, how do I put this? I don't know, sometimes it makes me feel like I want to give up with it, but I know I can't, and I know I won't, because that's pretty much one of my only hopes when it comes to stuff like that I've got left into me. That, and like I told you before, just giving it all to the Creator and seeing if He will or won't, or whatever His will would be on my life, and answering prayers and stuff. But this is the only other option I've got, because I just don't have another option. So it's either YouTube, or it's either the Creator answering my prayers. But anyways, that's a lot harder and a lot more than I thought it would be to get that, because 4,000 watch time hours, and I've only got 100, and we're already getting in, months are passing by, and we're already up in February in 2025, so it's a lot harder than I thought it would be, that's for sure. And it's so easy for some people, I don't understand it, but it is what it is. And then to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I didn't think that it would be all that hard to get, but apparently it is, or it is for me anyways. Because it's not that I'm not grateful for you all. I'm extremely grateful for the ones that have subbed to me, but I've only gotten like maybe 40 subs right now, and you're supposed to have 1,000. So that might be kind of difficult, or it's more difficult than what I thought it would be to hit. I'll just put it like that. And then especially that 4,000 hours of watch time. I have all kinds of videos now on YouTube. I'm up to like 400, and I think this video that I'm making right now would be like 423 videos now on YouTube. But most of my videos are shorts, and that might be another factor. I don't really know what the deal is, or what the problem is, why it doesn't seem like I'm thriving as much as I thought I would have, or I had wanted to be at this point, or whatever. And I had made my YouTube channel back in 2024. I think it was like in either October or September, maybe November. I can't remember for sure, but I made it back in 2024. But I'll talk about that on a different video, because I know this video is getting really long. But that's another thing too, why I'm trying here lately to make my videos a little bit longer, is because I think, unless if you're already established, which I'm not, obviously, but I think mostly like for people just starting out right now on YouTube, and I think YouTube's algorithm, or whatever you call it, is always changing too. But I think right now, I don't know for sure, but it seems to be like with my videos anyways, I do get more views on my shorts. I get a whole lot more views on my shorts than I do my regular videos. But from people I've talked to with other channels and stuff, they told me that I need to make my videos longer, because I need to get those watch time hours in. And so I'm sorry if it's boring or whatever, but it is what it is, and I'm just showing you what my real life is. And my real life is boring, but it is what it is, or whatever. And then too, like they say that like a video is not counted as a video unless if it's like past 3 minutes, like 3 minutes or longer. But they said the longer your videos is while you're just starting out, the better off you would be right now, according to what's happening with YouTube and YouTube's algorithm. So I don't know if it's true or not, but that's some advice that was given to me. And here lately, that's why I'm trying to make my videos longer and stuff. So if any of y'all was wanting to make a YouTube channel or whatever, that was what was told to me by several different other YouTubers that's already been monetized and stuff on YouTube. And actually, some of them started around the same time that I did, and some of them's already got like 10,000 subs to their channel. So they must know something, and they must be doing something right, is all I know. But anyways, that's just a little bit of advice that was given to me, and so I figured I'd give it to you all too. That seems to be happening, which YouTube's always changing. It's just like anything else with social media and the time periods that we live in. It's always changing or whatever. But according to most people I talk to about it, that's what's happening right now with YouTube and smaller YouTube channels like mine, or if you're just getting started pretty much like my channel is or whatever on YouTube, is you have to start off doing longer videos, like 3 minutes or longer on your videos for it to count. And then once you get established and once you hit all them goals from YouTube, the first goals that you're supposed to hit, like 1,000 subs or 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours, you can start doing more shorts videos if you want to. But once you build up in other words, once you build up the people who like to watch your videos or who can relate to you and who sub to your channel, your community, I should say, or your tribe, however you want to say it, then you can start making more short videos, more short content videos or whatever. And then, but until then, you should do at least 3 minutes. I think it's like 3 minutes, and I'm not sure if it's exactly 3 minutes or if it's a little bit past 3 minutes. I think it's like 3 minutes and 15 seconds or 6 seconds, one, for it to be considered a YouTube video. Anything under that, I could be wrong, but I think anything under that is considered a short video. And so those who watch me and subscribe to me, that's why I wanted to tell you and just let you know, like, that's why here lately I've been trying to make longer videos, is because of those factors and stuff with YouTube. And I'm really hoping that I don't have to restart it next year in 2026. I'm hoping that I'll get my watch time hours in and my subs in, my 1,000 subs, hopefully. Either way, though, if I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. That's great. Hopefully I do, and I pray that I do. And but whatever it is will be, or whatever. But that's why I've been making longer content and stuff on my videos here recently, because right now that's how the algorithm supposedly is working. And obviously I made this channel, which I'll talk about that in a different video, but one of my main goals, like most YouTubers, I'm sure, if they're being honest, is most people, unless if you're just plain out being stupid or something, or you don't have no need for money, but most people made their channels in some shape or form. Their number one reason was to make money off of their channel. No doubt about it. But anyways, I'll get off of here and talk to y'all later. Sorry I rambled on in different subjects and stuff. and talked about a little bit of this, that, and everything whenever I was supposed to just be talking about the weather. But it's just whatever comes to my mind at that incident, or whatever. But I will get off here because I got stuff I got to do. I got to clean house and catch up on cleaning house. And I like to clean house. I know this might be kind of strange, but I like to clean house better. I think it just helps my mood. I guess that's why people live in like warmer climates and stuff, because it just seems like when it's sunny or warm outside, your mood changes and you feel more like you want to I know, like with me, I want to clean house more whenever it's hot or sunny outside or gets warmer or whatever. I feel more like getting out of the bed and doing things, you know. So I guess that's why people, if they can, they move off to Florida and California and stuff, where all those climates is either sunnier or warmer or perfect weather conditions, better climate conditions, temperatures or whatever, because like in parts of California they have perfect weather all year long pretty much, like around the 70s or something, without the humidity and stuff. But anyways, I will get off of here and talk to y'all later. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all for trying to help out me and my family, and it means a lot. And I'll talk to y'all later, and I hope y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.